Hey, what's up, podcast family? This is Brittany Washington checking in again with you. Welcome back to another episode with me. If you are new to my channel, I am Brittany. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a motivational speaker as well as a mentor. So welcome to my podcast. Please share this with your family or your friends, whoever you're around the most all day long, 24/7, like your coworkers. Please share this podcast with them. Please share this podcast with them because here on this podcast channel, we are all about uplifting, inspiring, motivating, and getting you to the next level and helping you to find your greatest self, helping you to become the best version of you. This is what you will receive when you listen to the podcast here with me. Okay. So be sure to share this podcast with someone, your loved ones, your friends, your family. Okay. I hope everybody has had a good week. We are midway through the week. It has been a very short week so far, of course, because we're only 3 days in. But for me, this week has been a little bit of a challenge. But it's okay because I'm keeping the faith and I'm going to keep pushing. So I pray that you guys are focused on your goals. If you have any goals set, I pray that you are out here staying focused and you grinding and you are being your best self every single day that God has given you. And when you wake up and you hit your feet on that floor. Okay. So tonight I wanted to talk about what's nighttime here where I am. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. So it's night. So I don't know where you at. It could be morning, could be afternoon, it could be night. So tonight I wanted to share a message with you about not rushing your healing process. Do not rush the healing process. Some of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to go through that process. That is just too much. I don't want to face the pain that I'm dealing with. I just want to move on with my life and forget about the past and keep it moving. Actually, that's a very good thing. You should forget about the past. Of course, you should leave those things that are behind you and you should be focused on the things that are ahead. That is what the Apostle Paul told us, to forget those things that are behind us and we should focus on the things that are ahead. That is very true. But in order for you to truly forget those things behind you, you still cannot entertain those things that are supposed to be behind you. So you might be saying, Brittany, what do you mean? I'm not entertaining that ex-boyfriend. I'm not entertaining that ex-husband, that ex-wife, that ex-girlfriend. I'm not entertaining my best friend that has betrayed me. I'm not entertaining that anymore. I'm just going on with my life. That's nice, but you're still entertaining that when you are trying to do things to cover up your pain, when you're trying to do things to, just suppress and to truly just say it is what it is. Or if you are out here, you trying to seek revenge, or you're afraid of being alone, or you are afraid of a failure. You may look like a failure to someone because you're not in a relationship or you're not married. Some people rush getting married as well. Some people rush going from marriage to marriage because they don't want to deal with the pain or they don't want to be alone. They actually just go from girlfriend to girlfriend, man to man, husband, however you want to, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that has hurt you, you have to heal from that in order for you to I can't say in order for you to just move on, but you have to heal from it in order to be the best version of yourself, especially if it was a long-term relationship, especially if it's somebody that you've been knowing for a very long time. I would suggest that you take some time to yourself as long as you need to. Some people, it takes a year. I would say at least a year. So I'll give you an example. Like if you've been married for 6 years and you have children with this person and all of it, now you're divorced by the 7th year, you need time to heal. Now, I know that there are some people that checks out mentally before they do physically and mentally and emotionally before they do physically. I get that. I've been there. And people are able to go on, but you still need to check in on you. You still need to take that time on you to make sure that you are good before you go out and you get into another relationship, or you go out and you just start business and things like that just to, make it seem like you're winning. So I said all this to say, do not rush the process once again. Don't rush the process of healing. And the reason why I'm telling you this again is because when you go out there and you begin to pretend or put up this whole facade like you are healed and you're happy and you whole, you end up hurting yourself even more. You end up hurting yourself to the point that, you find yourself deeper in a hole. You find yourself deeper in depression. Because I know for a fact, I've came into contact with plenty of people who have gotten into marriages, gotten divorced, and then they're dating again. And then they're like, I'm confused. I don't understand. I don't know if I should be with this person. I don't know if I shouldn't. If you are going through that right now, and you're trying to date, and you've been dating before, and you've been married before, you freshly out of that. If you're going through that right now, that means you're not supposed to be in a relationship. That means you should be working on yourself. You should be working on yourself. I know for a fact that once you get to the point where you have put in too much of your heart and your soul into something, it is very much so harder for you to heal, because it's almost like you're healing from two different situations and two different people at the same time. That is a lot. And when you get into relationships, I'm going to direct this directly towards relationships. I'm going to go with this strictly towards relationships, marriages and boyfriends and girlfriends and things of that nature. Strictly to that. Even people who you have just had sex with and you didn't have a relationship with them. I'm going to direct this straight to that. Okay. So you was married, you got out of a marriage or in a relationship, and you find yourself going out there again, and you confused, you're hurt, you're sad, and you're broken. And the reason why you're going through that, like I said, is because you didn't take the time to heal. See, again, if you don't take the time to heal, that's when you have more problems. You have to stop. You have to take the time, and you have to take out time for you to heal you. You cannot rush this healing process. There's no way that you can just wake up one day and say, okay, I'm happy, and you're really not. Like, yes, you can wake up one day and say, I'm happy, and I'm truly happy, and I am, but only you will be able to know that. Only you will be able to know that. You have to take the time out and say that I'm worthy enough. I love myself enough to say I need time to heal. I need time to get myself together so that I can show up as the best version of me. If you got children, you have to do that for your kids, because they feel and they can see your emotions. They feel and they can see how you feel, how you act, and how you move, how you respond to them. I know this because this is something that I've been through myself. I literally wanted to be healed and look successful to the other person because I was so hurt and I didn't want to look like a failure. Some of us may be going through that right now. You may not be going through the phase of, being with another person, or, rushing to another relationship. You could be using, your career. You could be using starting a business just to look like you're winning. But in reality, you're not. You're not winning. The only way you can win is when you truly heal. The only way you can really move forward is when you truly let go. So if you haven't done any of those things, you got to go back to the drawing board, and you got to figure out and sit down with yourself to figure out what it is that you need to do so that you can be in your right mind. Like I said, I use success to make it seem as though I was happy, I was healed, and I was doing my thing. But I wasn't. I was hurt. I was broken. I was confused. I was depressed. I was all of those things. I was all of those things until I had to sit down and say, enough is enough. I want to be happy first. I want to be happy first before I can even do what I'm trying to do, before I can even be truly successful. You have to take the time out for you. You have to sit down with you and say, okay, enough is enough. I can't continue this same cycle over and over again. I know so far too many people who have done this. And it does not mean that you are just a complete failure. If you are going through this right now, you're not a failure. You're not a failure. That is what I'm here to do, is to help push you to your next level, to help you to understand that you got to heal first before anything else. Going out into another relationship is not going to change. It's not going to change anything. You lay down with that person at night. You sleep with that person at night. When you wake up the next morning, you're going to feel empty inside. You're not going to feel like yourself. You're going to feel disgusted inside. Because your conscience know what it is that you're doing. But you don't want to get it to the point where your subconscious mind is just like, oh, it is what it is. And you just keep reverting back to it. You cannot do that. You cannot do that at all. You have to take the time out to heal. If you know you're not ready to date, accept the fact that you're not ready to date. Tell yourself that I'm not ready to date. In due time, I will be. By next year, I'll be considering it. I know that eventually I will date, but right now, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. If you're single, enjoy your singleness. There's so many things that you can actually be doing during this time of being single till it's not even funny. You could go out to eat. Like I told you guys on my last episode, you could go out to eat with your friends, go out to brunch, go to a movie. You don't have to do it with people. You can do these things by yourself. You can date yourself. You can take yourself out on a date. Go get your nails did, get your hair did, practice self-care. If you don't have self-care down pat right now, start putting that energy and that time in yourself, in self-care. What is self-care? Self-care is getting up in the morning, spending time with God. That's self-care. Getting up in the morning, taking a walk, exercising, taking a nice vacation, taking yourself out to eat, going to get a pedicure, going to get a massage. That is self-care. Going to the mountains, walking up the mountains. That is self-care. That is self-care. Gain new knowledge in your season of singleness. Gain new knowledge. See, these are things that are going to take you so far. Because once you got your mind and your soul and your spirit right, then you will be able to attract better because you became a better person. Now you know exactly what you want. Now you're not out here just being all free willy with it. And now you know exactly what it is. You know what type of man or what type of woman that you want. Journal. Start journaling every day. Spending that time with you once again. Start journaling. Get you a new group of friends. If you feel like you need to switch up your old friends to somebody, switch it up. If you need to be, transform your mind, going into isolation, get off social media. Get off social media and start working on you. Delete that Facebook account. Delete that Instagram account. Delete that Twitter. Delete that, the other one, TikTok. Delete all of it and start fresh if you have to. That is a greater prize. That is a much bigger prize than it is trying to look like you are successful, look like you happy in this fake relationship, because all it is a rebound relationship. All it is a revenge relationship that is not going to last at all. It's not going to last. Trust me, anything that comes quick will leave quick. It leaves quicker than it did than it comes. So don't try to jump into these relationships with people when you know that you're not happy. What does that mean, Brittany? That means that, for one, you're not happy, right? Number two, you're going to make that other person miserable. Hurt people. And not only that, people who are out here searching for a relationship like you are, they take advantage of that. They know that you hurt. You have men and women that are out here that know that you're hurt, that know that you're broken, and they use that to the best of their ability. They will take that and they will run with it. They will get whatever they can out of you because they know that especially if you're going through a season where you just feel like, you appear to be very weak. You don't appear to be very strong, and you appear to be very easy. Men and women, this don't just go for just women. I've seen men and women. We all got these emotions, right? You have weak men, you have weak women. You have strong men, you have strong women. You have people out here that will take advantage of that, and they will use you up to the best of their ability just because you are replacing something. You are filling a void with something that should be there, but it's not that other person. The thing that should be there is God, is yourself, is your family, is to make new memories, to practice self-care, to go to therapy, to take that long walk, to read that book, to start your podcast, to start your business, to buy that new home. Those are the things that you should be working on during your process. It's not going to be just all about just straight healing. It ain't going to be like, oh, every day I'm going to get up, I'm going to pray, and I'm going to go to therapy. No. That is not how that works. That is not how that's going to go. You're going to get up, you're going to pray, you're going to go to therapy if you feel as though that you need it, which I do recommend it, or go to coaching, get you coaching sessions, go to therapy. If you can't get to therapy, talk to someone. If you in a church, if you have a church home, talk to someone there. Talk to somebody who's been divorced and who's been a successful divorcee. What is a successful divorcee, Brittany? Someone who is pure. They're practicing purity. They're not here just sleeping around. someone who is, a true wholesome woman or true wholesome man. Get around new people like that, new crowds of people. If you are not around people like that already, get connected with people like that. If you feel like, well, I don't know nobody, start praying about it, because God will send those people on your path. You ask him for new connections. You ask him for kingdom relationships, which is friendships right now, not kingdom relationships to hook up with somebody, because you're not ready for that right now. You're waiting on your kingdom queen and king in the future. Right now, you focusing on yourself. It will come. That is the things that you should be focused on. That is where you feel the void. Not out here trying to go from man to man, or woman to woman, relationship to relationship. No. Your spirit, let me tell you something else. Your spirit will tell you when you're making a wrong move. The Holy Spirit is always with us, right? Always, always with us. But sometimes we just have the world turned up so loud that we don't hear it, or we hear it and we just ignore it. I have been guilty of hearing it and ignoring it. I have been guilty of that. So you will know, your spirit, your soul, your mind will tell you exactly what you are doing, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. You will know. You cannot just rush this thing called heal and whole. That is a journey that takes time, that takes effort. And with time and with effort, you will have results. And the results of a healed man and a healed woman is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. I promise you this. Because I have seen a hurt man. I've seen a hurt woman. I've been a hurt woman. I've been with a hurt man. I know what it's like. I've seen it. I've lived in it and I've been in it. But when you are truly happy, healed, and whole, you will have a beautiful outcome for yourself as well as the people that are around you. Take that time to work on you. What are some things that you can do during this period of singleness, during this period of healing? Like I said, you're not going to wake up every day focusing on, I got to be healed. I got to be. Don't put that energy on, I'm going through healing. I got to be healed. It's just like drinking a bottle of water or going to the bathroom. You have to drink some water, right? Well, you got to be healed in order to be, successful and to be truly happy. That's one of the key points of having a successful life is healing. There's multiple things to success, and it's not just a career. It's not just money. That's a whole nother podcast right there. It's not just those things. It's a multiple things that makes up success, and healing is one of them. Don't focus on that. Start praying, start journaling, start speaking your affirmations, taking yourself out on a date, practice self-care, date yourself, spend time with your loved ones, get around new people, get new connections, and you will be so surprised where you'll end up a year later. And when you're ready to date, you will know. You will know. You will know. You have to love yourself enough to say, I am not ready. That is the most truest thing that you can be right now is to be real with yourself. The most truest thing that you can be right now. Is that a word? Truest. Yes, truest. That is the most realest thing you can do right now, is to be true to yourself. Always remain true to yourself. And in order for you to start doing that, you got to look yourself in the mirror and make some tough decisions. It is not easy being true to yourself, because some of the things that you got to really be honest with yourself, you're not going to want to do it. It's going to be hard. I had to do it. I did not want, man, I can laugh at this now. Because I didn't want to be healed. I didn't want to go through that. I just wanted to just get up and be like, I'm good and I'm successful. I didn't want to go into another relationship. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to look like I was successful. Like, oh, she's doing her thing. And in reality, I wasn't. And honestly, though, I was already doing my thing regardless. I was already doing something. I was already, I had a career already. I was good. I didn't have to do more to make myself look better. I didn't have to do that, but that is because of the brokenness inside of me. That was because of the low self-esteem and the not having the confidence inside of me and not knowing who I was. Now you follow me? You see what I'm saying now? We getting somewhere now, right? Because you can be so messed up inside, you don't even know it. You will have so much revelation from going in this process. Like, you will understand your triggers. You will understand that you don't have self-esteem and that you don't have, a good confidence, that you don't have good communication skills. You will only have that in a period of healing and isolation. You will only get those things when you truly sit down with yourself and have a self-evaluation and go through the process of healing. I would have never, ever known that I would use success as a cover-up. Wouldn't have never really thought that. But I did. And then I had to sit down and say, why am I using this as a cover-up? Because I felt like that was the only thing that was going to make me look like somebody. See, your thing right now could be being with somebody makes you look like you're worthy, like you're winning, like you're doing something. That could be your thing right now. And if it is, it's the wrong thing, especially if you know that you deep down hurt, that you're hurt deep down inside. Only you can know if it's time for you to truly heal. If you still crying over this person, stalking their Facebook, Instagram, you still can't sleep at night, you can't wake up in the morning, you can't eat, you can't take a shower, you can't smile with your kids, you can't smile with your family, your cousins and your sisters and your brothers, you doing pop-ups, you're driving by, you calling, hanging up, you blocking your number. If you're doing all of that, you are not healed. You're not healed. And to think that you are dragging somebody else into this, or to think that you're with somebody, but they truly are not for you. They just see that you are weak at this time, that you're going through a period of hurt and pain. Take your time and heal yourself. Take your time and work on you. Embrace your singleness and have fun with it. Dress it up. And when I say dress it up, that means like truly go all out. Like, get on that plane, get on that road, get out there with your friends, your girlfriends, your homeboys, and do what it do and have fun. Be respectful with it, but have fun and enjoy that. It's the best thing ever. And going through this healing process and going through the healing process has been one of the greatest things that I've done in my entire life. And I'm still going through it today. Y'all, please take your time. Don't rush the process, but trust the process. As I always say, it's not about perfection. It is about progression. Are you moving along? Are you taking those baby steps? Or even if you're crawling, are you crawling? That's all that matters. All that matters is that you're moving. Are you moving? It's not going to be perfect and it's not going to come overnight. Trust it, go through it, and you will come out like a beautiful butterfly. I love you guys. I enjoy talking to you. I pray that this has blessed you. I pray that you have gained clarity. I pray that you are able to use this and even share this with a friend if you have to. If you know somebody right now that's just divorced or that's just broken up, been in a long-term relationship, and they just don't want to go through that process, and you see that they're tumbling down and they're trickling down, please share this podcast with them before they fall deep into a hole and it's so hard for them to get back up. Y'all stay up, y'all be blessed, and stay focused and trust the process. I will talk to you guys next time. Have a great, great rest of your week. Oh, and before I forget, I will be having a mentorship program starting up July the 11th. It will be every month, the second Monday of every month for 1 hour from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. If you are interested, please, please, please send me a voice message, because this podcast will also go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is Brittany Washington. You can search me there, and I will be having a email address attached to the links of my podcast. It won't be on there just yet. The email address is not on there just yet. It will be on there over the next couple of weeks. Probably by the end of this month, you will see an email address. You can send your information to me, and I will get you signed up for the mentorship program. It's no cost. It's free. We meet up once a month, the second Monday of every month, for 1 hour. So please be on the lookout for that. Start thinking about it. Is this something that you want to do, you want to be a part of? It's going to be an awesome community where we'll be talking about different topics. Like tonight, I was just talking about not rushing your healing process. I'll be going through, different steps like I basically do here now. There'll be times where I share journal notes here on the podcast. So it's going to be like that every time we meet up, giving you steps to become your best self, your greatest self. So that is what that mentorship is about. You have to bring your journal and your pens to write things down. We'll also hear from other mentees that are in that group as well, sharing things that they may have experienced, or sharing how they were able to conquer, how they were able to heal from whatever it is that we're talking about. You will also be able to share with me different topics that you will want to hear about or that you want to discuss. That will be available as well. All you have to do is just send your message to me via email, which will be in my YouTube channel as well in the description of the podcast. Also, I will have one-on-one coaching session for people who want to have additional conversations with me about whatever their struggles are. So that will also be available as well. And you will still be able to contact me through that email. Okay. So I just want to go ahead and put that out there. So just in case you were thinking about joining, or you want to fit that into your schedule somehow, that will start up July the 11th from 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time. And it will be for 1 hour via Zoom. So every month, everybody will get a Zoom link, and as well as the topic that we will be discussing. So y'all stay up, and I will check back in with y'all again. I know I said that I'll be doing a podcast once a week. That's the minimum. You might get 3 podcasts from me. You might get 4, but always expect 1 podcast from me every week. Okay. All right. Y'all stay up, and let's get to it. All right. Have a good one, y'all.